When shadows fell upon the ancient lands and the sacred cities of Sumer and Akkad were brought low, a man unworthy rose to power, an insignificant figure who defiled the divine order. In his folly, he forged false idols, placing imitations upon the thrones of the gods. He erected a counterfeit of the temple Esagil and instituted impure rituals in Ur and the other holy cities. The sacred prayers became mere babble on his lips. The regular offerings were halted by his will. He plotted to extinguish the worship of mighty Marduk, and day by day brought ruin upon his own city. Burdens without rest broke the backs of the people, and their cries rose to the heavens. Enlil of the gods, incensed by their torment, withdrew from their lands. The divine hosts abandoned their sanctuaries, outraged at being forcefully brought into Babylon by the impious king. In the absence of the gods, temples crumbled, spirits withered, and the people became as corpses, bereft of blessing, bereft of hope. Marduk, searching the lands, he sought a king righteous in heart, one whose hand he could grasp in favor. And so he summoned Cyrus, king of Anshan, and declared his name across the earth, ruler of the universe. He sent him forth on the road to Babylon, not as a conqueror, but as a companion. At his side marched an army as countless as river waters. Armed but at peace, their swords sheathed. Without battle, without siege, Cyrus entered Babylon. The city was spared all harm. Nabonidus, the king who had forsaken Marduk, was handed into his grasp and sent into exile. The people of Babylon, and of all Sumer and Akkad, from governors to common folk, bowed low before him. Their faces gleamed with joy, and in celebration took up residence within the royal palace. He proclaimed,
"I am Cyrus, king of the world, great king, mighty king, king of Babylon, king of Sumer and Akkad, king of the four corners of the earth, son of Cambyses, great king of Ashan, descendant of Thespes, whose royal line the gods themselves delight in."
Marduk, who loves the city deeply, had ordained this destiny, and Cyrus each day sought to honor him. His army marched not in conquest, but in calm, ensuring tranquility throughout the land. No harm befell Sumer or Akkad. Cyrus cared for the welfare of the people. He freed them from bondage, from burdens unjustly imposed by Nabonidus. He restored the temples and shrines. Marduk rejoiced in these acts and blessed Cyrus, his loyal servant, and Cambyses, his son. Peace was upon them and upon all who followed. By Marduk's exalted command, kings from every realm, those who sat upon thrones and those who dwelled in tents, came from the upper sea to the lower sea. They brought heavy tribute to Babylon, their suzerain and liberator. From Babylon, Cyrus set forth to restore the sacred cities and all the lands to the edge of Gutium, the sanctuaries beyond the Tigris, long fallen to ruin. He raised anew. He returned the divine images to their rightful dwellings and gathered the displaced peoples, restoring them to their homes. By the command of Marduk, Cyrus restored the gods of Sumer and Akkad, whom Nabonidus had displaced, to their sanctuaries, now filled with joy. May these gods each day stand before Marduk and Nabu and pray for the life of Cyrus, the king who honors them, and for Cambyses, his son. Let them speak well of him always. Cyrus settled the lands in peace. He ensured the temples were provided daily, geese, ducks, and doves in offerings abundant beyond those of old. He strengthened the great wall of Imgur-Enlil, reinforcing Babylon's defenses. The key of baked brick, long left incomplete by kings before him, he finished. Mighty gates of cedar overlaid with bronze were set into place. Thresholds and fittings gleamed with copper. Thus did Cyrus restore what had fallen, uphold the divine will, and reign in justice. Chosen by Marduk, beloved by all, he brought light to a land once shrouded in darkness,